listening to the Domenick Nati Show. News, gossip, celebrity interviews with limited knowledge and accuracy in sports and politics. And now, your host, celebrity publicist, Domenick Nati.
That's right. It's Friday, and it is time for the Domenick Nati Show right here on Intellectual Radio, also on iHeartRadio. Whoa. We've got a good one for you today. And I don't say that every week. I say that every other week-ish. Today's guest is a comedian that you might know from Borat and some other things. It is Luenell. You know Luenell. Funny lady. But today, in our interview, she was not funny because I asked her some serious questions about her opinions of Donald Trump. And she did not hold back. So I asked her about Trump. She's not a fan. And I asked her a little bit about Nene Leakes, and she explained some of her thoughts on Nene when she tried to do comedy. And she also told us a little story about her work with Liam Neeson. So it's an interesting one. It was very fun to hear what she thought, but it's not the Luenell that you expect because she was upset. She's pretty upset about Trump. I'll just put it that way. But anyway, I'm going to let you hear it from her. So I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with comedian and funny lady, Luenell.
Hey, everybody. This is your comedian girlfriend, Luenell, and you're listening to the Domenick Nati Show of iHeartRadio. Don't touch that dial. Don't you do it.
Do you have a business and are looking for a creative and effective way to market your product or services? Are you an entertainer or recording artist looking for a captive audience to display your talent to? The Domenick Nati Show is now offering on-air commercial advertising for as low as $50. Your product or talent will be presented by celebrity publicist Domenick Nati and be seen on our social media accounts and on iHeartRadio and select stations throughout the country. Send us a message on social media at Dom Nati Show or email DomenickNatiShow@gmail.com for more information. The Domenick Nati Show, maximum exposure, minimum censorship. You're listening to the Domenick Nati Show on iHeartRadio and Intellectual Radio.
Okay, welcome back to the Domenick Nati Show on Intellectual Radio in Chicago and iHeartRadio. I have been telling you all program about our special guest, and the time has finally come. You guys know her. She is your favorite comedian and actress. Luenell is on the phone with us. Luenell, how you doing?
Hi there, Domenick. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
Yep, you sound great. Yeah, loud and clear. So yeah, if it's okay, I'd love to just jump into some questions. What celebrity have you enjoyed meeting the least?
Well, if you want to call her a celebrity, Real Housewives of Atlanta star Nene Leakes was a nightmare. Did not enjoy that at all. And I just took issue with turning around in comedy clubs that I worked hard to get in all my life. And now here's Nene, just because she's a mean bully on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And her whole brand and whole image was being mean to her own friends. So because of the way that she got that information, or the way that her little twisted mind read it and accepted it, she decided to attack me. And I think that she has finally come to her senses, got out of the comedy clubs, and left that alone, I hope. I also, let me see. When I met Liam Neeson, he was okay, but I wouldn't say that he's the warmest and fuzziest guy I've ever worked with. I did a little scene at the end of Taken 2, but he wasn't the most pleasant guy in the world.
We have a new president in office. I wanted to ask you about that as well. Did you vote last year, and what are your thoughts on Donald Trump?
Well, I don't have a new president in office. The United States may have a new president in office, but I'm not claiming him as my president. I didn't vote for him. I don't agree with his hate-filled rhetoric and his race-splitting comments. I don't like his demeanor nor his non-existent platform, and I'm greatly disappointed in the United States as a whole for letting this happen. But did we let it happen, or was it already put into play? There's so many people who believe, me being one of them, that the voting system is so tainted now and not honest and not reliable, that I believe they just let us vote to pacify us and make us believe that we had something to do with anything when we really didn't have anything to do with anything. It was already predestined, thought out, and the good old boys got that black man out the White House. Not got him out. He served his full term, praise the Lord, without getting assassinated, well, at least physically, because they definitely tried to assassinate his character and that of his wife and his family. You know, this man is in the White House now through the votes, allegedly, of the people, and I'm very sad to see it happen, because it seems like the hate mongers had a cheerleader that they have voted into the White House, and I don't really accept it myself.
The voting system was predetermined and completely rigged, and none of the votes counted. It was just predetermined who was going to win. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I've said that clearly, and I stand by that. Yeah. I just came back from Seychelles Islands in Africa, and we're a laughing stock. The first thing the cab driver asked me when I got in the car, so how are you liking your new president? The first thing they ask you when they find out you're from America and you're about to be served your dinner, the waitress, man. So I hear about your new president. So it's very embarrassing. I'm not proud to be an American right now. I mean, we have yet to see what this dictator has up his sleeve.
Now, do you feel like Obama did enough for the black community in the last 8 years?
I don't think there is a such thing as doing enough. We're never going to be able to be compensated for being jacked from our homeland, losing our religion, losing our language, losing our identity, having our families broken apart, having our children ripped from our sides. There's never going to be enough done. We don't have any casinos. We haven't gotten any reparation checks. We definitely haven't had any counseling. So, no, I don't think Obama did enough. I don't think there'll be anybody do enough for the black community in my lifetime.
Now, what about police brutality? And that's obviously a national epidemic.
I don't think that it can be helped, because the powers that be, the police, are not made up of the people of the streets. They're made up 97%, Caucasian police departments everywhere you go. So I don't see any racial profiling stopping anytime soon.
Do you think with Trump being in office, racial profiling is only going to increase? Is that what you're thinking?
I'm thinking with Trump in office, not only racial but sexual profiling is going to run rampant. Just the whole narcissism of men is going to run rampant. I think that the America that he wants to make great again is, like a Civil War America, where Negroes were in their place and servants, and I think that he would love it that way.
You think that Trump is more of like a chauvinist and treats us like a trophy wife?
I believe that that's exactly what she is, because she certainly wasn't groomed to come up in a classy enough way to hold a seat in the White House. I haven't seen any of the former first ladies' vaginas and breasts and nude pictures. I haven't even seen some of them in bathing suits. The whole time Michelle Obama was in the White House, we never even saw her in a bathing suit. But I can say that I've seen Melania Trump's vagina, her breasts, her in the bed with women, and naked photos, and I think that she bit off more than she could chew. She did not get with Donald to become the First Lady of the United States of America. And this is something she's not equipped for, something she's not ready for, and she's not trying to be. She was just a woman who wanted to be kept by a rich man, and now this egomaniac has gone and put her in the spotlight and in a position that she's unprepared for and unwilling to be prepared for. I've never even heard a former president say the word pussy before. I've never even heard one say that. And Donald said that with glee about what he'll do. He can do anything to anybody he wants to. He's got, two women in his White House, legion of whores right now that I think that he's actually probably having affairs with. And a narcissistic man like that is definitely not above having an affair. So I definitely think that that's going to be going on.
So are you saying that he has whores that he's cheating with in the White House now? Is that what your assumption is?
My assumption is that I know two that I can see with my own eye that I know there probably has been some inappropriate behavior with. I won't name names because one of them is actually a very good acquaintance of mine. But you can put that together. I'll whisper in your ear after we get off the air.
So are you thinking Omarosa? Am I guessing right, or am I?
Excuse me?
Are you thinking he's having an inappropriate relationship with Omarosa?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Okay. Well, she is going to be at the J Spot Comedy Club in LA all this weekend. So
the J Spot, did you say the J Spot?
J Spot, yeah. Did I say it wrong? So go say it's Friday. Is it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
One show on Friday, two shows on Saturday. You can go to heylunell.com for more information, or jspotcomedyclub.com for more information.
There it is. Go see her live and check out her website. It's very awesome, very informative, and keep your ears open for her podcast. She's got some new ones coming out. The show is hilarious. Lunell, thank you so much for being on our show today. We really appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate the time. Thank you very much, baby.
Hi, it's Tara Reid, and you're listening to the Domenick Nati Show.
Do you have a business and are looking for a creative and effective way to market your product or services? Are you an entertainer or recording artist looking for a captive audience to display your talent to? The Domenick Nati Show is now offering on-air commercial advertising for as low as $50. Your product or talent will be presented by celebrity publicist Domenick Nati and be seen on our social media accounts and on iHeartRadio and select stations throughout the country. Send us a message on social media at Dom Nati Show or email DomenickNatiShow@gmail.com for more information. The Domenick Nati Show, maximum exposure, minimum censorship. We're back to the Domenick Nati Show on iHeartRadio and Intellectual Radio.
And we're back. Domenick Nati Show, Intellectual Radio, iHeartRadio. That was our interview with Lunell. So there it was. She is not a Trump supporter. I don't know if you picked up on that. Not a big fan. She said that is not her president. You may have already seen this in the news. They wrote a pretty extensive article about some of the things that she said. It's been in the press. So has some other things. We've been doing a lot of interviews. We interviewed a few more housewives, and we also interviewed Tara Reid, which can be seen. And we also interviewed a basketball wife who has a child with Dwight Howard. So you might want to search that. Dwight Howard, Domenick Nati Show. That was a pretty juicy one too, but we haven't aired it here yet. But we will. Next week, our guest is Tara Reid, and she is the star of Sharknado, of all the Sharknadoes, and American Pie. And there is a new Sharknado in the works. So I'm going to ask her about that, and also ask her about her current dating situation and her current relationship with her old-time friends, Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian. So you don't want to miss that next week. Until next time, have a good weekend. We'll see you here next Friday, same time, the Domenick Nati Show. We'll see you next week.